Hello everyone, my name is Christian and welcome to my hobby blog. Today we are doing day 15 of 31 Days of Horror, or what I call Spooktober. And today we are here with a very good movie. This is one that I actually saw with my dad just now. He came over for the day, we went out to lunch, showed him my new tattoos, and went to a local used bookstore and got some books, some movies. It was kind of a great day. And this is a movie that I chose for us to watch before he went back home, because this is a movie that he has been recommending ever since I was a kid. I remember for years I would hear, "Have you seen this movie with Oliver Reed?" And I would always say, "No, Dad, that's old, whatever." And then as I started getting into movies, I had it on my spotlight, or not my spotlight, but my radar. And I finally got this during the Shout Factory sale. I guess Shocktober is what Arrow calls it. But this is a movie from 1961 made by Hammer Horror. This is Curse of the Werewolf. This is the alternate art because I love the one that Shout Factory made, but this one was just so good. I love this artwork, but the movie itself is an absolute masterpiece, in my opinion. This movie has everything. It has great drama, great performances, great sets, great cinematography, everything. And this is a pretty epic movie, actually. And I'll just read kind of the back, because this is also directed by Terence Fisher, who did the Dracula, Prince of Darkness, and The Brides of Dracula, the two films that I have already reviewed for this month. But this atmospheric tale of terror stars Oliver Reed, who was also in The Brood and Gladiator, as the orphan of a maniacal beggar and a mute girl. From his birth to young manhood, he discovers a horrible secret. Try as he may, the cursed man is unable to deny the dark forces within him. When the moon is full, he becomes an uncontrollable, seemingly unstoppable killer, incapable of distinguishing between friend and foe. Oh my god, this movie is a masterpiece, as I've already said. I really fucking enjoyed this one. This was very atmospheric. It tells the tale of a beggar in the kind of first few minutes of the film, as he hears some church bells, says, "Oh my gosh, it's not Sunday. Why are the bells ringing? Oh, there's a wedding feast going on." And so he goes to the bar, discovers that it's a wedding feast, and they say, "Hey, if you want food or free food, go over there." And so he goes to the feast, and they let him in, and they do put him on display and sort of make light of his situation and really just be shitty in general to him. But this is all set up to a great little romance subplot where the beggar is thrown into jail, and we discover that he's also a werewolf. And he is unable to shave, so as the few minutes of screen time that he has, and we get a couple time lapses of years, sometimes even months, sometimes even years, and we see him eventually. He just looks like the Wolfman, or not fully Wolfman, but you see sort of the initial hints in the movie of where this movie is going to go. And one of the servants in the castle, who is also at the wedding feast, she's a mute girl, and she attacks the Lord, who treated the Wolfman very badly, and so she is thrown into jail with him. And he has sex with her, may have even raped her, and she is impregnated by him, and so she gives birth to the baby. And this is like the first 40 minutes or so. This is a very, not slow moving, but it's very methodical, and there's definitely a timeline that we are following. There is no room for expansion of this movie. I think everything is perfectly set up, perfectly paid off, perfectly paced. And after the mute woman is killed, or not killed, but dies of childbirth, the baby is whisked off to somebody's house who did not go along well with the Lord, who is actually killed by the mute woman shortly before she is discovered by this family. And the family is who takes up the baby, and it's Ko. And throughout the rest of the movie, we see this baby grow up into a young boy who has kind of weird tastes, quite literally. We find that he has been sneaking out at night and has been killing goats, has been killing a cat, and all such by ripping its throat out with his own teeth. And we never see this, we only hear about it. And for the rest of the movie, we move a couple years ahead, and we have Oliver Reed, the amazing Oliver Reed, who died quite tragically during the filming of Gladiator. He was the older man who Russell Crowe was sort of under the wing of while he was training and all that. And he was also in David Cronenberg's The Brood, who he is very creepy in that movie. That movie is just creep fest all over the place. I actually reviewed that movie during Spooktober last year. I recommend people go check that out, get my fresh reactions to that very creepy movie. But for the rest of the film, we see Oliver Reed grown up into a young adult, I guess, early 20s, maybe late teens, I don't know. But he falls in love with a woman across the street because he's working at a winery and is in charge of packaging the wine bottles. And up until this moment, he has had bars outside his window because his uncle, he kind of caught on to the fact that the little boy was sneaking out and becoming a werewolf, because at one point a hunter shoots him with a bullet, and the next morning they find the boy bleeding in the bed and says, "Oh my God, what happened?" And they discover in his leg a bullet. And so the guy who hunted and accidentally hit the boy while in wolf form melts down his wife's crucifix, silver crucifix, and has it slung around his necklace, I guess. And he holds on to it, and that's definitely a MacGuffin. It's a Chekhov's gun, if you know writing. But yeah, I don't want to detail the entire story here. I kind of got off on a thing, but this movie is absolutely amazing. I really fucking enjoyed this one. I don't know if it would be a 5-star because there's a little bit of just slowness in terms of the in-between moments of all that, and there's a lot of setup, but I think this movie, you just cannot have your phone on you while watching this movie. You have to be fully focused. All the performances are really great. The woman that the Wolfman falls in love with, I'm trying to find her name, or the actress's name. I think she's played by Yvonne Romaine, who is somebody who I don't know personally, but she is very beautiful, really great acting skills. She's just kind of kept in the dark, which I wish her character was expanded upon more, because she is sort of just the confused love interest throughout the entire film. That's kind of really the only nitpick that I have with the movie. But, oh my God, I love this movie. It is shocking that it was made in 1961. By the way, this is a new 4K restoration of this film, and it looks fucking phenomenal. My dad was watching this with me, as I said, and he watched it on TV way back when he was a kid, and he said it was like watching it again for the first time. He was shocked at how good it looked, and I'm sure it looked a million times better. And wow, there's a lot of special features on this too. There are commentary tracks, there's long documentaries all about the movie, another documentary about the making of, another documentary all about lycanthropy, which is the werewolf curse, and there's even more. So I'm definitely going to revisit this after Spooktober. Well, I guess after November, because I have my 31 days of something that I've been teasing out. But yeah, I highly recommend this to everybody. I am happy I waited this long, though, because I'm sure as a kid I would have not liked this, and it would have sort of spoiled the movie for me if I tried to rewatch it and kind of went in with the same frame of mind that I had as a kid. But as somebody now getting into the Hammer horror, this movie is perfect as a great sort of encourager for me to continue on getting into Hammer horror films. So yeah, I highly recommend it. I love this. This was a really great kind of use of my time. So I was a bit worried after The Brides of Dracula, where I was like, it was really good, but there was one too many things that I didn't really care for, and I was worried about this one because this is one that I don't really see many people talk about. Everyone knows Dracula and The Brides of Dracula, but I haven't heard too many recommendations for this one, but I'm sure everyone loves it, so maybe I just need to pay attention more to the general consensus. So yeah, that is all for today. I'm really excited to technically be halfway done with the month. I know it's, 31 days and we're only on day 15, but tomorrow we will be beyond the halfway point. So very exciting. This month has been going a lot better than I thought it would be. Last year was a little okay because I was also doing a lot more rewatches. I haven't done a single rewatch for this series yet, I don't think. And if I have, then well, maybe in my birthday marathon I did that, but I think that just got it out of my system. So everyone have a great rest of the weekend, and thank you so much for watching.